Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Soap Buyer, brought to you by Jeree Reviews Media, where you get our thoughts on our stories. Oh, and we have to tell you, Soap Buyer is being sponsored by, love it, we do, by Katie Waltman. Jewelry offers elegant, handcrafted pieces from stockable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personal charm necklace, featured in Elle in Style, Oprah.com, and worn by celebrities such as Molly Sims. So enjoy an exclusive, okay, y'all, an exclusive discount with the promo code SOAPWIRE, okay? Go to katiewaltman.com and use the promo code SOAPWIRE. Of course, we might get a little commission, but also they have amazing jewelry. So check out katiewaltman.com and it should be in the descriptions below when we post this. Hi, everyone. I am Ashley Sheree, and this is.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Deneen.
And we are here for another Soapwire podcast. We have some things to talk about, but please don't forget to follow us on IG, which is soap_wire, or Blue Sky, Soapwire together, no underscore. Or you can even follow me on Blue Sky, Lady Two Wise ASA, the bad place, known as, when it was the good place, still call it Twitter, Lady Two Wise underscore ASA, and also on IG, Lady Two Wise underscore ASA.
And you can find me on Instagram under Neen_Amanda or Neen_ the therapist. I am on Blue Sky under Neen Amanda and the bad place under Kiss My Neen.
So let's kick this off. Surprisingly, there was no soap news to talk about, and we already know that usually on the weekend something always blows up, and it is soap. Twitter is absolutely insane. Blue Sky can get insane too, but we have nothing to report, so it's calm as you can think it was. So that might leave us to be crazy this coming weekend, but we'll figure it out. so this weekend, we're just gonna get right into our stories. So going and getting started with our favorite, Beyond the Gates. So much to talk about.
It's been a good
Um,
week. It's been
it
a
was
really good week.
such a good week. So many things going on, and of course, like I just have to start with the sexual harassment case that is brewing. I am really excited about it.
I think that it's showing so many different angles of victim shaming and victim blaming and then having to advocate for them. And I think one thing that's really resonating with me with Beyond the Gates is that it is making an effort to share the story of common people.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yes, we're a fluent family that is beyond the gates. The Debris family is a family of influence and money and legacy, but it's also highlighting the everyday people and the things that they experience.
Exactly. And it is something that people go through. And I feel as though sexual harassment may be another thing that's not really talked about because both men and women, especially women, because we do go through that. It's a lot of, shame just within yourself too when you go through something like that. And of course, it's not your fault, but for some reason you do blame yourself, which is absolutely insane. So I was really excited about the story, and then also just being able to see Bill and Naomi go back and forth.
Yeah,
I thought their scenes were so good. I was engrossed.
I agree. And I think that Bill was very proud. Like when Naomi walked out the room after the first confrontation and when he got served the papers, he had a smirk on his face. Like he was like,
That's still his
"This is my
baby
baby."
girl. Yeah, that's
I
his
thought that was
favorite.
so cute.
That's his favorite. Just like Chelsea is Danny's favorite. Like,
Yeah,
Naomi is his favorite. And you know that they both love their children, but they each have something with them,
and
you know?
like Chelsea was modeling, going off after Danny, and then like Naomi is a lawyer after her father, and it's like to see pieces of you in your children. Like I saw that look. He was like, she can hold her own type of
Yeah. Like that, like that's my baby. She better go ahead
yes,
and do it. So like
proud.
I it's just very exciting to see and where this is gonna go. And I just can't wait for a courtroom scene. Okay. When I tell you soaps in a courtroom scenes used to do it, they
It's
used to
gonna be
do it. Okay. So it's definitely exciting because you know that's going to be coming up soon, and Obama probably dropped within the courtroom, and it's just going to be so soapy. So definitely looking forward to that. And also pertaining to the case, Haley decided to confront Jacob first about it, and then she went to Haley. I mean,
Go to Naomi and say, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And then, girl, what's wrong with you? Like, and then for her, and I'm so glad Naomi held her own with her. She like, I hate women who don't support other women.
yeah.
It's like you're literally, well, that wasn't my experience. Okay, well, you married your boss, so that ain't everybody's experience. Like you have to recognize that as well.
Exactly. And that was a long waited confrontation because for me personally, I needed to see a Haley and Naomi confrontation. My best friend, decided to marry my father and wind up having this affair with my father behind my mother's back. Like they needed to have this confrontation and they did not disappoint, especially Naomi. Like that was so good. Cut her to the white meat and as it needed to be. And also I just felt like Haley was really defensive. Which I didn't expect from her. I feel like the energy she had for Naomi, she needed to have that more for Danny. Because I feel like those are the sparring partners. That's what it's supposed to
Mhm.
be. Even though I more so view it as like Danny and Naomi need to be really going. I mean, not Danny and Haley go back and forth more, but I feel like Naomi and Haley need to go back and forth more. But I don't. It's a tangled web there. Maybe she needs to be going back and forth with both of them because I don't know. I would always have smoke if my best friend, did something like that with my father.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like we talked about it before, but Haley lacks accountability.
mm-hmm,
Like I don't think she fully understands. She's just, I fell in love. You fell in love with somebody else's husband. You can't have I fell in love be the end of your sentence because that's not what happened.
yeah.
Like I don't think she has full awareness as to what she did to this family and what this family was like prior to her coming into the picture. So anytime
Exactly.
they spar and go back and forth, it's so irritating. This isn't working.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's just it's just a tangle web and that is Haley. I feel like she's super naive. It's just something missing there and I also wonder if it is if once again is she playing the game? But I think they're aloof for a reason because they're not cluing in the audience yet until they figure out which way they want to go with Haley. That's what I feel like it is. But listen, I'm on for the ride. So give it to me. Give it to me. So, also, you guys, we had an interview with Marquita Goings, who plays Haley Lawson Hamilton. She does speak on Haley and the decisions that she's made. So, if you ever want to check that out, please do. We talked to her last week with Timon, who plays Bill Hamilton as well. Great individuals, I have to say. Also, I wanted to talk too about Elon, that name the chief met with Anita. Let's just go with the chief. The chief met with Anita. So, and we are also really able to see, and I'm kind of wondering how Jacob is going to be when all of this comes out. His
Yeah.
dad is a dirty cop. Okay, like it is what it is. We've seen him talking to what is his name, Malone. So like he's dirty, and we can just tell. I feel like Jacob will be heartbroken.
I feel like Jacob is absolutely going to be heartbroken. I think it's going to factor into his decision of becoming a cop, what's going to continue with him being a detective. Like, it might be a drama of passion. He end up getting hurt, not paying attention. Like, I don't know.
He's gonna spiral. He's gonna spiral, and of course, that's going to affect his marriage with Naomi.
Absolutely.
Yep, that you could see the writings on the
Like,
wall.
it's coming, and I think
It,
it's gonna be a big thing.
a huge thing. But like I said, I am open for it. I'm ready to see the dirty cops get exposed and then see how Jacob deals with the fallout because we know Jacob is just a good boy. It's a giddy, giddy, giddy. So like goody,
Great.
goody, goody. Gonna have something to deal with in a second. So I am all for it. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I think in the previews too that we saw, he actually sees money exchange between Joey and Malone, and then he goes to his dad. So I'm wondering how all of that's going to work out because now the chief has to low key kind of make excuses to not have his son look into it. So it's definitely going to be good. So we also have to talk about the Leslie Dana Sherry Anna of it all. So she homegirl, homegirl
Or
decided that she was gonna go and confront Kat and make it seem like she was smoothing it over. I mean, I have to give it to Trish. Like, homegirl had a different accent and everything.
baby, every time she changed her wig, she changed who she is. And like, love that for us.
Yeah,
Like,
she's great. Like she's literally like great.
multiple person.
And also I kind of really did enjoy seeing her and Kat kind of like go back and forth, like still seeing the bougie like upscaleness of Kat like girl, do what I
I'm like,
want.
right.
Who's you talking to?
How do you feel like this is appropriate? I feel like
Mhm.
Kat was holding her own too.
She was the like
Yeah. Kat was
excuse
not giving naive at all.
at all. She's very smart. It's just crazy that no one believes her as well, because then that's some crazy ish to deal with too, when nobody believes you and you know that you are so freaking right, but it,
So
it you just can't get anywhere. So I did enjoy those scenes. So she had a plan. She was gonna catch Eva, put that camera in there, but Eva, of course, she caught on and destroyed the evidence and made her look stupid when her parents came in and Kat's like, I gotta show you this, and there was nothing there.
yeah.
And that scene where she was like, the assistant one, bougie
Yes,
bitch
she was
zero.
like hairdresser one, bougie bitch from the Hannah Gates, zero.
Like,
My favorite character. Like that was a good one.
that was so good. That was so cute. I was like, I'm so here for it. I love it all. Like, oh my goodness, that was like literally amazing. Also wanted to also touch on that I really enjoyed Chelsea and Danny's talk, and I loved how supportive she was of Chelsea's decision, even though she crumbled when she was alone. That's what a
Yeah.
parent is supposed to do. You're supposed to support whatever decision your child makes as long as they're not hurting themselves or hurting someone else. And if they deem that this is the right course for them in their life. I really did love that Danny put her child above her. I thought that was amazing.
I agree. And I think the scenes to follow up with that between Danny and Nicole, like
Hmm.
my big sister is my everything. So like to see that sister moment, to like have her, I'm glad that Andre put that bug in her ear so that she was able to come
Hmm.
in and be like, what's going on? And it wasn't judgmental. It was like, you got a love addiction. So it's like
Yep.
what we need to do. And I just think I like how we're able to see the history of their relationship without actually seeing the history of their relationship. Like, even with it being a new show, you can still see that connection with them as siblings.
Yeah,
It's
they
so,
have a bond, and you see that, and it's just really a nice thing to see. And I just loved how she checked in on her sister, supported her sister, and that's what sisters are supposed to do. You know, we work each other's nerves, but at the
mm,
end of the day, if you need me, I'm freaking here. So that's why it was definitely a good thing to see, and I just really enjoyed it. And then I also enjoy the Anita spending time with her granddaughters. I tend to feel like when it comes to Beyond the Gates, like the grandparents, they're so consumed with Martin that we don't necessarily really get to see them with their other grandchildren. So I'm still waiting for them to really like be with Kat as well. But it was nice to see Anita with Chelsea and with Naomi, and the encouraging words and just being there for them and different things of that nature.
yeah, like she's a good grandma.
Yeah, definitely. And Vernon done caught his favorite baby girl sipping on that sipping, okay?
Yeah, I wonder how that conversation is going to continue to go to. Like, I'm excited for that. And I'm
Yeah.
also I wanted to go back to the Tyrell and Samantha
Hmm.
thing. Like, one, I think that that's also going to be a storyline that opens up about teenage bullying.
Hmm.
And like I just keep thinking like a lot of stuff is pulled from the headlines, but it's
Yeah.
making sense. Like I don't feel like I'm watching an after school special, more so like real life, real situations that like people are encountering with each other.
Yeah.
So, like, even the language, like the dialogue that was used between Samantha and Tyrell, she was like, "Yeah, Pop clocked his tea, and we both." It was just like, okay, this is conversation and words that
Yeah, it
actual
paused.
teenagers would use if they were relatable. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, I can hear you now. I was just it paused a couple. So if for y'all watching, it paused a couple of times. So if you're waiting for us to talk, then you might hear a pause, y'all. So go ahead, you good.
That was it. Like basically, I just love the wording that they use with each other as like teenagers. Like it was just very relatable.
Yeah, like they're actually it feels like they have their ear to the streets and what the kids are saying and what they're doing right now, which is definitely needed and great. And then also just like I'm wondering too if it's going to be more social media aspects of it all, like, basically like taking a picture of him is like, distributing of like porn in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like he wasn't completely naked, but still like he's still a minor, and the fact that they had him send it to the girl and all of this other stuff. So I'm excited to see how this is going to turn out as well. They're leaving so many different crumbs for different stories, and I'm just like so freaking here for it. I just love it. I think it's
Yeah.
absolutely great and it's such a good time. um, so yeah, that we done talked about our Ariana Gates, our favorite soap opera. So now we got to move on to the other ones. I feel like both had an eventful confrontation week again. I feel like some weeks they just have a week of confrontation, like, which I am completely here for. Like, if y'all want to have your week of confrontations, like, please just serve it up.
I
So,
mean, because that's the more passion we see. That's more drama.
Exactly. So basically, we already know that Hope was fired. The confrontation continued, and basically, they told she thought that Carter was just gonna roll up in there and leave with her, and she was like, "Well, we're come on, Carter, we're out of here." Carter did not go. Carter said,
No,
I should stand
I'm
with my family."
it
Like,
was a I'm gonna stay over here. Like
word. He said, I am not moving. And then they told him too, like, this is your last chance. If you leave with her, we done, like done up. And
yes, like Carter, we're not doing this anymore.
he really, really chose the Foresters over his woman. Like, you cannot. Wow, it's just like I was just like insane. So I thought that was definitely funny. Of course, he goes and tries to essentially like beg Hope to not leave him. Sis was not hearing it. She was done up from the floor up. He said, just get your ish and leave. So essentially he did that. And then of course we had to deal with homegirl actually, Brooke begging. I hate that. I hate that they have Brooke continuously
Mhm.
begging. So here you go with Brooke and all of this begging. Taylor comes in, and then of course, like allowing that man to make another decision, unfortunately. So
We shall see what's going to continue on with that one. But I feel
eh,
like too also, oh, is it doing it again?
no, you're good.
I was like,
You're good. You're good.
I think also on ball, not bald, also on bold too. Yes, it's been a lot of spicy confrontations this week, but at the same time, it's also been like moments of realization, like even between Luna and Sheila, and it's just like, okay, we are family. This is
Ugh.
what's going on. But how do you feel about Deacon not wanting to have anything to do with the situation and not accepting that that's Sheila's granddaughter?
He's hypocritical. You're living with a murderer. So like that's where I'm just like, I mean, that's why I just think that this story for me just doesn't hit. Like, Sheila
Yeah.
is a murderer. Like, Deacon, you've done crazy things in the past as well. Granted, I have an understanding, like, she killed your two men that you deem as friends, which was definitely wrong. And I am, even though I love the character of Luna, I think they just totally fumbled this story,
Mhm.
in the sense of nobody wanted her to be Finn's daughter. So, like, it just really, and I think like that's what really turned me off from the story, because there's just ugh, it's just nasty. But I'm like Deacon. And then on top of that, like Sheila freaking tried to kill her own son, shot him in cold freaking blood, and his wife stole their wedding rings to make it look like a robbery and didn't even call the ambulance. Like Deacon came upon them and called 911. So like I really just be looking at this story like, okay, can we move on? I think I'm more like want to see about the Luna Will Electra of it all, even though like I don't see
I
anything there either.
told you, I didn't. Okay, so like her and Remy bonded on being crazy, right?
Hmm.
But Luna didn't have that crazy lunatic eye on Will since she first came back to Bill House. Like, remember when she was upstairs, like hiding on the stairs, just listening to them talk, and we
Hmm.
was like plotting. Well, she about to act on it. We're gonna see
Yep.
exactly how this plays out.
Exactly. And I'm sure they'll figure out a way to bring Remy back in there somehow. But yeah, that's what's gonna play out this week. So we'll like see where they're going with that. I also have to admit the whole like Brooke and Hope of it all confrontation was good. I had Catherine Kelly Lang, she
But
did that. Catherine,
yeah,
she did that. I thought like how angry she was and how she told Brooke to get out. Like I literally stopped. Like sometimes like when I have my stories on, if it's not really intriguing to me, it's like background. But like I literally stopped because I was like, oh, I gotta see this. She did an amazing job.
she
Captain
did.
Kelly Lang did that.
She did. She absolutely did. I agree.
Yeah, so I don't really have anything else when it pertains to Bold and the Beautiful, but I'm just really sick and tired of Bridge having all the power when it pertains to Taylor and Brooke. I am
You
so tired.
know, the scene of them pick me, choose me, love me is not.
Ugh.
It wasn't iconic. It was not Meredith Grey.
It was not giving. It gave nothing. It gave flat
You
for
know,
both of them.
I recently listened to and Ellen Pompeo was recently on Call Her Daddy podcast, and she was talking about how much she hated that scene, and she fought against the "Pick Me, Choose Me, Love Me," and it ended up being so iconic. But Red, Taylor, and Brooke was given, "I'm standing here for the Bachelor, and I have one rose left," and I'm just like, we don't have to do this. Like, and why are you confessing your love for this man in front of each other?
Yes. Have some self-respect. Ugh. Like, yeah, they've been doing this for over 35 years. Like,
I
come
didn't like that at
on,
all.
girl. Women in their freaking 50s fighting over freaking Ridge Forrester. Please stop.
Very distasteful.
Very. Anyways, anywho, going on into Days of Our Lives. So, of course, there was a big expose given on EJ Demira. So it's a lot going on with EJ. The who gonna shoot him list is getting longer by the minute.
It's
Okay,
growing.
it just keeps glowing. You got Johnny, Ava, Kristen, Rachel Blake, I mean Arnold, Rafe, Jada, like Gabby.
Paulina, like I'll tell you, I think Paulina gonna be the one to do it too. Then I thought Jada. Then it's what you said, the real Rafe, Gabby.
Hmm. It's so many. Don't be.
Like
It's
it's
about
so many
like 10 of them. Like oh Kate. So it's just
Bill.
I mean like it's non-stop. So I just hope that it's not an insequential character that we don't really care about. That's the shooter. That I'd
That's a good
rather
point.
be someone of stature and then they
Like a
just figure
heavy
out a way.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to get them out of it. Stories always figure out a way to get them out. So, and then also with that expose being exposed, Amy Choi decided that Johnny and Chanel would not be able to adopt her grandchild. So that flew out the window. So, here comes Paulina being upset, like you mentioned about that, because they really did, want this child. So
Yeah.
I mean, of course, and also Johnny is still upset after finding out that, EJ sexually assaulted his mother, as he should be. That's not something that somebody's just gonna get over in a day, EJ. Like, sorry, like I need some time. So
Like, that's a big one. That's a big one.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of huge, sir. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. Also, my Dolly was on, so that was good. I like them. I think they're cute, Tate and Doug, or Dougie as you call them.
I like Dougie and Holly, and I feel like finding out that Tate is the one who told about
Oh,
the necklace too. I mean, now that Julie knows is out there, and like that was a big fear for Dougie anyway. But
yeah.
now that we know
Oh, it paused again, y'all.
Tate is the one that exposed and told me back.
Exactly. So like I just really okay, so even with Tate like telling Julie, I was like, oh, like yeah, I was like, because the fallout because essentially Holly trusted him with this. You're my man, there's nothing going on. She wasn't
Yeah,
even thinking about Doug like that. She's actually turned Doug down. So low key, Tate has now pushed her to Doug. So I mean, are you happy now, Tate, that you did that? Because that's exactly what's gonna happen. So you broke her trust because she had him tell you, and he was upfront and honest about it. Because you're jealous, you go and tell Julie. And granted, Doug shouldn't have did what he did anyway. But if we're thinking about his relationship with his woman, you just need to keep your mouth shut because she's trusting you with something.
absolutely.
So
Ab-
and then you have the whole fall. I think Julie went in. Susan C. Ford Hayes. Shout out to you. I thought she was so good.
She did really good. She did really good. It was very passionate, very much so like you could tell remnants of hurt. Like I opened up my home to you, and this is what happened.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that was a really good scene.
Yeah,
I
and
forgot about
also
that scene. So you just said it.
yeah, it was good, and also just because of she lost Doug, and then it's just like you're his grandchild. There's a lot of different emotions there. So I thought that was like an amazing thing to really really see. So shout out to her, and then also just like the whole thing with the Sarah, Alex, Philip, Stephanie of it all, and then keeping Xander in the dark. That's gonna be a mess.
Not even just Xander. Like okay, at first it was Xander that was in the dark, but like Alex choosing to cover for them as
That was
well.
crazy.
Like we just gonna keep adding people to the plot.
he
Like,
he's Xander's gonna lose it.
he is.
Xander's
He
gonna
is.
lose it.
Like
Like, girl, I don't even know what to say because I'm just like thinking.
because
Hey, pause,
what I was thinking wasn't nice. So that's why I was like, ever since Sarah woke up, it's been drama. Like,
child.
like it's been something after the other.
One next thing, like I'm just thinking too, because when you think about it and you put yourself in Xander's shoes, my wife lied to me,
Yeah.
my half brother lied to me, my cousin lied to me, his girlfriend lied to
Like,
me.
and all they girls.
And
Like
LA
every
girls, like there, then and then there's other people who know, like Kate knows, Philip's mom. So, and then you have the one who, because Vivian, she carried Philip, even though, but that was Kate's egg. So of course she did the forgery. So like it's starting to build, and you're like, yeah, the secret is definitely coming out soon. Too many people know.
agreed.
He's about to be so like the next Victor Kariakis. Like he's going to be so vengeful.
Mm,
He's going to be so vengeful because like look at us, basically my entire family.
lied.
Yep,
It wasn't even a good lie. It wasn't even like to protect me.
it wasn't even called for. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like yeah, so it's going to be a mess, and I know there are some. huge Xander and Sarah fans. Woo, they about to be in for it, honey. Oh, I feel so. I'm sorry for y'all. Like I apologize my damn self. Cause
It's the y'all.
yeah. Oh, and
I'm
girl,
used to that.
the love scenes that they used to have, when I tell you freaking fire, fire. Like past, girl. I was like, it felt like old soap. I was like, wow. So so yeah, that is going to be something. And then also, once again, yeah, we're getting close. We are getting close to the fact of finding out that John Black is probably dead. So,
Yeah, yeah.
it's coming, yeah. Rest in peace, Drake Hoganson. Like this is going to be a lot. So basically, of course, like Steve and Marlena, they're at the location shoot where John was. Um, Paul and Doug, I mean Paul and Doug, Paul and Andrew. Then they come. You know, Paul is his
Mhm.
son. Andrew is Shane and Kimberly's son. And they are together. And Paul at first, he's with Marlena and sharing different things in the past and finding out that John is his dad and Andrew is with Steve and he's not gonna basically tell him what's going on, but then he does waver. And then three of them decide to go. And lo and behold, look who decided they want to walk themselves right onto the hotel room when our girl is by her damn self. Nobody but Orpheus.
And when you think about it, it's so like poetically just written. And I think too, because Drake had a big hold into what he wanted that storyline to look like. So you
Yes.
got a lot of familiar faces coming
Oh my God. Like I can't wait for Allison Sweeney to come back.
back. And it's like,
It and
yeah,
it's going to be it's going to be so sad but so good at the same damn time. Like it's probably gonna be like how when Bill Hayes died. So like yeah, I'm like it's such a conflicted emotions because like it's like I don't want to say you're looking forward to it, but it's like it's gonna be so good. But then it's also like, but damn, this is real life. It's not like just like just
yeah,
regular soap. Like it's not just, like no, he actually did die and then you remember and you're like, damn, like dang, Drake ain't really here. And also just heard great things about him as a man.
yeah.
So it's just like sad. It's just really, really sad. So I can't even say that I'm looking forward to the acting because it's not even probably it's going to be real. So it's sad when you think
Gonna
about it.
hit. It's gonna hit really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I agree.
Um, and now with General Hospital. Go ahead, girl.
I think GH started off really strong this week. Monday was heavy confrontations, but the confrontations were like hitting. We had a Jason and Carly confrontation argument, which was like classic Jason and Carly, her doing some shit that she not supposed to be doing. Jason telling her like, you need to stop. Like I'm telling you right
You know she do what she want.
now, if something happens to you, something gonna happen to him. And like, and she's like, what if you are right? Just let me make this. You don't get to give me orders. And I'm just like, oh my
Here they go.
god, we in the early 2000s. This is so
Here we
that was
go.
very nostalgic. I'm trying to think who else. Somebody else had a confrontation, and
I
now
mean,
it escaped. Oh, Drew.
Christina and Ava too.
Yes,
Sorry, I froze.
Christina and Ava had their confrontation later in the week. Nina, I mean, Ari Biggity back. Mic check 1 2 and 3.
Yeah, you good.
You know what, y'all? I be switching from my computer to my phone. Last week
It happened again,
we
y'all.
did the phone, and everybody wanted to close my line down. So next week I'm going to probably do the phone again and just do not disturb heavy.
Oh yeah, that's what I do because my phone is
But
connected, so I just put do not disturb. Because then you hear like
yes,
bing. It's real.
you gotta like turn it off. Like scroll it. Nina and Drew had a conversation earlier in the week
Ugh,
too. Nina was like caught moving around Drew's house, and Drew was all just like, Willow's gonna be fine. I'm gonna protect her. She's not gonna lose her kids. Da da da. You can't promise that,
you
Drew.
really
You really
can't.
can't. Because everything you're doing is even more sleazy. Like,
Hmm.
um, one thing with them, but I'll close that out because that was Friday's episode and I really appreciated it. I also enjoy the new alliance between Ava, Nina, and Portia.
Yes, yes. Give it to us.
Come on, women. Let's see this rock and take Drew down.
It reminds me, women are doing it for themselves. That's it. That's what I get. Give it
And
up.
I heard, and it's so funny because as you said it, like I literally watching them in Portia's office, I was like, "Oh, Google, say I say why?" Like I better get it. Like I think that's gonna be a really dope alliance.
Also,
I
cause that is like really like a top tier triangle trinity. I
yeah,
mean, like all three of them soap actors. I mean, hello, like that is just amazing. Like top tier soap stars. Like what?
yeah,
I just have to say that.
yeah. I want to see. I just feel like I really want to see what they do together. I really want to
Hmm.
see what they do.
And I hope they really give them the screen
And
time
then
and the story to show it.
no, honestly, because like don't get us going and then we don't see them for 2 weeks.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't get people excited and not really invest in it, which is something that they do, unfortunately. But
Mhm.
like, yeah, because I mean, hello, like those three women that you have there, like so much could be done. But you know what? Don't even start thinking about what it could be, girl. Just let it go.
Because all you do is piss me off. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So just gonna go with the flow and just be open with it. But sorry, go ahead, girl.
I also enjoyed the scenes at the police station with Valentine saying bye to Alexis.
Yes.
Of course, Anna was there doing Anna, and then Valentine being able to say bye to Charlotte. I have really enjoyed Valentine and Charlotte's relationship over the years.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like he loves his ma petite, like that's her papa, like they're a great, very great team with each other. And then it was also explained more into like how or why he made Alexis the
Hmm.
trustee over the state, and he just like look out for my baby,
Yeah.
like make sure she okay. And it's like I just thought those things were like,
Amazing.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then
like they're like that is just such I don't know,
of
the
course,
whole
oh, go
like
ahead.
daughter father relationship that they have, I do think it is really, really sweet. Like Charlotte does not play about her papa, like, and neither does he play about his booty. Like, so like I just think that that is just so cute. And also I just felt like a glimmer of the Cassadines, like true Cassadine when it was
Yeah,
Alexis and him talking. So like and they are really like a mixed family.
yeah,
So that just felt really, really good. And then also like knowing that it was him who set it in motion with Ava, got my girl drowning in debt, poor Ava, poor Boo Boo. Like, so it was kind of like closing that out too, in a sense, and closing him out. But it is sad because I mean, there's really no Cassadines now. So
no,
there's that, of course, like it's Alexis and Charlotte and then, Christina and Molly, but I don't feel like maybe Charlotte is probably like the only real Cassadine besides Alexis. I really don't view Christina and Molly
mm,
as like Cassadine women, even though like I know they are. It just they don't hit me like a Cassadine woman. Like you're not a Natasha. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not a
I no,
Helena, you
no,
know?
and I completely agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I hate how we keep making it seem. I'm not gonna say we. The powers that be keep making it seem as if Nicholas is dead, because it keep
Yes.
making me go back and be like, did I miss something? Like, because
Mm.
why do we keep speaking of him in past tense because he's locked up?
Ooh.
Like
Mm.
it's just like I don't appreciate that. Um, Even to the actor that has well, the two actors that have been portraying him since Tyler Christopher
Hmm.
is not gonna disrespect Tyler like that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang.
Nicholas is alive and well. Like Ace is alive and well. Like the Castledians have a very big history in Port Charles.
They do. They really do.
and now it's nobody with the last name.
Yeah, it's sad when you think about it, and even though they just, I mean, they came in like the 80s, but it was just kind of like a split moment and then really kind of solidified themselves in 1995 or 6. And now it's just kind of like dissipated, unfortunately. It brings me back to like how they tried to do that too with the cornemines and get rid of the cornemines. And then it's like, look how good that worked out for you. So now you're scrambling to, have all, the cornemines back in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, and that doesn't need to happen. It didn't need to be like that. Keep the core families the way that they are. Like there's no need to change it or change up the formula. I also have to say too, like, I did really appreciate, I think this was last week and we didn't touch on it, but Ava going and telling Alexis about coddling Christina, that needed to be said
Mhm.
to Alexis because Alexis really does coddle her and nobody tells Christina the truth. And they always having people apologize. Like even having Molly come and just be like, oh, I want my sister back. And I'm just like, why I gotta be Molly? Like, why can't Christina finally come to a realization that she's been freaking bonkers or have her parents tell her about herself?
Yeah.
Even I didn't understand Christina. You're literally going to Ava's apartment for what? Why would if I really deemed that this woman so called, had a role in my, her child's death and her name is Irene. Her name is Irene. Ava did it right. Yes, her name is Irene.
Yeah,
Like,
she's like, well, that's not what's on her grave.
boom.
Like,
Okay.
so accountability.
Yes, and it's not on her because that it's not her because that ain't her damn name. It is Irene. Irene is her name, and this was supposed to be a child for your sister. Like she just grossly doesn't think about the effects of the things that she's done. Ava did
No.
not push her. You tripped, girl. How are you still blaming her? I don't get that part. And now you're just going crazy, cutting wires. I tell you this much: nothing better freaking happened to Rick Lansing. That was the best thing that they did is bring Rick Lansing back. Okay, Rick Hurst has been acting his little tushy off. So like, I will be so upset if
He
they
ain't
mess
missed
that
a
up
beat. And I
at
thought about that
all.
earlier. I was like, this better not be an exit storyline for him because y'all are gonna lose so many fans
That
again.
will piss people off. Woo! And
Like
people,
it's
ooh, I don't even think about it. But I did think the girl done cut the brakes. Like I was just like, Christina's insane. Like she's really insane. Could be postpartum, could be something, but nobody is calling her out. They let her get away with
and I'm
everything.
wondering how this is gonna play out with this accident.
Yeah.
Like she thought Ava was in the car.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Ava
No,
was in
sis.
the car.
Absolutely not. Two other people was in the car.
You didn't even get Ava's car. You didn't even get Ava's car.
That burnt. Ooh. And also they're still fighting over the Quartermain crypt. And
The scene all that made my heart smile. You had Trina, you had
yep.
Gio, you had Emma, and then here come Tracy. Like it was a really good scene, like a solidarity, and it also highlighted that Drew ain't shit.
That part, you don't deserve the Quartermain name. How dare you? How dare you? That man is so awful. I just I don't remember the last time I hated a character this much. I really don't.
Mm.
And that's why, like, and I've said this before, besides the Tagger situation, anytime that Drew Quarterman is on my screen or I see his face, like I just want to turn it off. Like I can't look the whole Willow of it all, like and just how he's acting, like I can't even, love to hate him. Like it's not even, you can't even be an Adam Chandler. Like, bro, I just hate seeing you, period. Get off my screen, boo, tomato, tomato. Like, it makes me so mad. I just can't with ugh, girl.
Agree. I agree. I'm wondering how that's gonna play out this week. Tracy outside might as well sing "Lean on Me" chained up
Yeah,
to
listen, we're recording on Monday, so I did see some clips. Like you have to see the clips of Tracy. Funny, okay? funny. Her, Trina, and Yuri, like they had one scene. I was cracking up. But Jane Elliott is just like gold. Like she's really gold. Wow, she's really gold.
Yeah,
If I'm gonna watch anything, it's gonna be with Jane Elliott ass.
agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. Do you have anything else about General
Um,
Hospital?
one thing. So Kai and Drew had a conversation this
Oh
week,
God, no. What he talking about now?
and Drew said that he saw them as a great couple. He said you and Trina make a great couple, and Kai didn't dispute it. So I was like, oh, okay.
If you
There's
guys are listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, you totally missed my face when she mentioned Drew. Like, I just had like a womp womp. Like, get that man off my damn screen. I don't care what he say, but they could make a good looking couple. But I just anything that has Drew in it, I'm like, ugh. Body just changes like, ugh. Like that's how I feel about him.
you ain't wrong.
Oh my goodness. All right. So now we got to go on to our young and the restless. Yo, Phyllis is about to have a nervous breakdown.
She
Okay.
went through a lot. I mean, she got to be going through a lot for her and Sharon to be bonding.
Exactly. Exactly. Even they was like at one point they was like, let's keep it real. We hated each other. Like there have been moments when we dead ass hate each other, and that is definitely true. I was like in my notes, I was like, Phyllis and Sharon bonding? Question mark. Like what is happening here? But I I think my girl Sharon is used to being kidnapped now, and unfortunately, she's handling it a lot better than Phyllis. Um,
Not
Phyllis
she used to the trauma. Wow.
this has been kidnapped like 3 times, like in less than a year. Like
Right, I'm about to say in the last couple of months, like
she's like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay, let me help you, sis. Let me help you out with it. This has happened before. I've been chain drug, the gamut. So let me tell you what you're going to do. So just seeing them bond, I think it was definitely cool beans. It's definitely different. This has been like a 20-year kind of back and forth snips that they've had since Cassie died.
yeah.
And Nick cheated. Nick loved to cheat. And so that was that with them. And also like even Daniel and Sharon, they had a talk and just trying to like figure things out as well. But with I'm like Daniel and Tessa? Question mark. I mean, Tessa done popped out with blonde hair and shit. Like, I'm like, y'all talking like, are we going there? Like, where's Mariah?
Tune in to the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Because we need to know. And then of course, Billy is supporting Phyllis, but also Aristotle Dumas reached out to Billy. So we're wondering if they're gonna start working together, like what's happening here. Phyllis is kind of telling him no. I don't think Sally agrees with it as well. And my poor Tracy, we talked about this too. She's kind of like hip to this may not be Alan, it may be Martin. And sis is trying to formulate a plan, with some help. So we'll see how that, and hopefully we'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
Adam and Chelsea, they done got back together and they done told everybody. So that's their thing. And I don't know. And then the last thing, I always save the best for last. My Winter's crew, the whole reason of why I can't wait to watch. I just love them. I don't know what it is. I love that whole family. They need a matriarch though. They need to bring Aunt Mamie back. Like they need that. But other than that, they really do make me smile. Like just the whole bunch. Damien, sneaky, tricky ass. Holden, flirting ass. Then of course you got the brother and sister Lily and Devon. Nosy ass. So they trying to figure out what the hell is going on. You're not gonna be playing with my cousin like that. Also, we don't like you, Audra. And Nate fine ass. Like give me the Winter's clan. So with that too, like so basically, of course, like Lily spoke with Victor, and Victor kind of just let her know essentially Damien knew about the Winters. Like he knew everything about them. The only
Mhm.
question mark that is there is did he know about his connection to Nate?
What do you think?
I don't. Once again, I feel like they're playing the wait game. They're trying to see how they want to go about it. Like I feel like the
I-
writers is like, yeah, should we? But I'm also like, how would he have known? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah, I get that.
it wouldn't necessarily make sense for him to know, not unless he had some surgery that we didn't know about, and then he found out that his blood type wasn't the same as the guy, that he deemed was his biological father who raised him, and then he found out that way. So yeah, like I'm kind of trying to figure out where they're gonna go with this story. Josh Griffin just be doing whatever, however the wind blows with him. So I don't really know where we're gonna go. I just like seeing the Winters clans on my screen. Give me some more of my sexy couple, Neat and Audra. I feel like they've been missing lately. They kind of been like shooing her with like Holden a little bit more now. I think they're like testing the waters in that sense. But I need my sexy couple. But I still keep going back to that scene a couple of weeks ago where Nate was just a man and he said, man, he looking like I don't got to be jealous about. Like I was like, ooh, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I was like, wow. He just gave me man. Like I'm the man up in here. I was like, yeah, like swooning, yeah, swooning. Ugh. But going to our breakout star of the week. I think you guys can tell who's mine, but I'm going to give it to my girl to see if she could. You want me to go first? Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so my breakout star of the week is no other than Catherine Kelly Lang. I thought she was so good. I don't know. I just feel really, really proud of Catherine Kelly Lang. Because I just have been watching her probably since I was like a teen, since like I seen Stephanie Forrester punch her in the face. Um
Screaming.
yeah, and ever since then, I was hooked on Bold and the Beautiful. But I just thought she had so much emotion. Like it didn't even feel like acting. And I just think that's
Mhm.
why I am just like, wow, like she really, really did that. I thought Catherine Kelly Lang as Brooke Logan did what needed to be done when she needed to get her daughter together real quick. Like it takes some accountability, do what you gotta do. I kind of low key wish that even though Katie intervened with the slap, I wish that her mother would have she would intervene and then Brooke would have been a pop and got her instead. That's what kind of really what I wanted. That would have been perfect.
Ooh, because Brooke was about to swing.
Hmm.
It was like, and she had to catch herself. So
Yep.
that would have been dope.
Yes, I thought it was
For
great.
me, so my performer of the week is more so just so to close out Women's History Month. I'm going to keep the woman theme
Awesome. She's coming back,
going,
yeah.
but I also have to give recognition to Heather Tom, who
Oh,
I my check. Hey,
yeah,
yes,
you.
okay, you just heard the Heather Tom. Okay, so, so yes, I am going to give it to Heather Tom for being the first woman in daytime history to write, direct, and star in their own episode. We
Yep.
are familiar with Heather Tom not only on Bold, but she also played Victoria Newman
She
on
sure
Young and
did.
Restless, and of course Kelly Kramer on One Life to Live. So I
I
just
didn't
wanted
get that. Could you
that
try
out.
again?
Siri, did I not say it? I didn't say it loud enough, Siri.
No, I'm telling you, they will not let us be great with this episode. They said, you gonna have everything pop out this episode, yeah. And I was just like, really? How my phone is on do not disturb. Siri, like this is what we're gonna do now? Yeah, my
Siri said
phone
she
look
had
it.
something to say.
And he was giving it too because Heather Tom was great as Victoria Newman, got herself some Emmys too.
Yes,
So yeah, she did that. So oh my God. Yes, shout out to her and being the starring, writing, directing. Cause I know that she directs Bold and the Beautiful sometimes too. So like she gets to do that. So but to do all three has to be amazing as well. So shout out to Heather Tom, y'all.
I agree. So yeah, she's my performer of the week.
And that brings us to the end. Thank you so much for joining Soapwire Podcast. Once again, do not forget, Soapwire is sponsored by Katie Waltman Jewelry that offers elegant handcrafted pieces from stackable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized charm necklace. So please feel free to go to katiewaltman.com. Use the promo code SOAPWIRE. Once again, the promo code SOAPWIRE. That's together, SOAPWIRE. So use that 20% off. Thank you so much for joining us. If you, like I said previously, we just gave a load of interviews from Beyond the Gates. We've had Carson Boatman from Days of Our Lives as well. Probably getting some more. We had Ronnie Rose. We had Timon, we had Marquita. Like we've been knocking them out.
We had this
Destiny
love.
Love.
Yeah,
Yep.
Gate too. Yeah.
So many others. Hope we're still working on hopefully some more. So once again, thank you so much for joining Soapwire, brought to you by Jury Reviews Media, and we will see you next week. On that note, have a good night. Bye.